In light of the Tumblr Ridge shooting, should generative AI companies have a legal duty to report credible threats to authorities? If so, what criteria should define the threshold for reporting potentially violent and dangerous AI interactions to law enforcement?
I think maybe no. I understand the temptation for that, and I understand the benefits that could come from that, but I'm also very leery of the tech companies being in a position where they are the decision makers about things like credibility. I know there was a push, when people were talking about social media and, falsities being shared on social media, a push to have the social media companies play a bigger role in labeling. And I've always been nervous about that, is they don't, as a philosopher, I know that distinguishing truth and falsity is not always straightforward.
So let's see this case as being potentially precedent setting. And one of the things that I want to go to is that there's already precedent here for some of those. So if you're familiar with the Tarasov duty, right? There's a duty to warn with therapists, for instance. If they have a patient who says, I am going to kill this person, and I'm going to do it in these ways, and very specific, right? They have a duty to break their confidentiality. Confidentiality has its limits. I do worry, Patricia, for the specific reasons you say about these AI companies doing that, because I can imagine them saying, oh, we're just going to automate it. Which I think you might need a therapist in the loop or an educator in the loop. So I worry about that because maybe I'm writing a novel and then all of a sudden I have this grisly scene where someone's plotting a murder and now I'm flagged, right? So I do worry about this, but I think there is a precedent here about a legal duty to warn.